Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see, I am still under the weather. I don't know if you can see it on my face, but you know what? The news doesn't stop. Yes, and please hit the like button. Y'all see that? Hit the like button. Okay, so the head of the CIA decided to write a statement that I thought was very important for us to review and talk about. Statement from the U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle. So let's talk about this. She writes, and she released this yesterday. I would like to start by extending my deepest condolences to the family and friends of Corey, who was killed during the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump's life in Butler, Pennsylvania, Saturday, as well as those who were injured during this senseless act of violence. Secret Service personnel on the ground moved quickly during the incident, with our counter sniper team neutralizing the shooter and our agents implementing protective measures to ensure the safety of former President Trump. Since the shooting, I have been in constant contact with the Secret Service personnel in Pennsylvania who worked to maintain the integrity of the crime scene until the FBI assumed its role as the lead investigating agency into the assassination attempt. I have also been coordinating with protective details for former President Trump and have briefed President Biden on the details of the incident. The Secret Service is working with all involved federal and state local agencies to understand what happened, how it happened, and how we can prevent an incident like this from ever taking place again. We understand the importance of the independent review announced by President Biden yesterday and will participate fully. We will also work with the appropriate congressional committees on any oversight action. The incident in Pennsylvania has understandably led to the questions about potential updates or changes to the security for the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. The U.S. Secret Service, in conjunction with federal and state local law enforcement and public safety partners, designed operational security plans for national special security events to be dynamic and in order to respond to the kinetic security environment and the most up-to-date intelligence from our partners. I'm confident in the security plan that our Secret Service RNC coordinator and our partners have put in place, which we have reviewed and strengthened in the wake of Saturday's shooting. The security plan for the national special security events are designed to be flexible as the conventions progress and in accordance with the direction of the president and the security and the security and the Secret Service will continuously adapt our operations as necessary in order to ensure the highest level of safety and security for conventions attendees, volunteers, and the city of Milwaukee. In addition to the additional security enhancements we provided former President Trump details in June, we have also implemented changes in his security details since Saturday to ensure his continued protection for the convention and the remainder of the campaign. The Secret Service is tasked with the tremendous responsibility of protecting the current and former leaders of our democracy. It is a responsibility that I take incredibly serious, and I'm committed to fulfilling that mission. And this is a statement that she wrote yesterday. What do you guys make of this statement? And she is not like expected to resign or anything like that. And let's just say this, in my opinion, this statement is saying a whole lot of nothing. It's not talking about where they messed up. It's not talking about who did what, who exactly. It's just they're still investigating. That's what I gathered. So this statement is really nothing other than we're guaranteeing security for the rest of the events. Definitely feels like it was a big failure out of the Secret Service and, certain members of the law enforcement there. I just, like, in my mind, I can't really wrap my head around how is it that this 20-year-old climbs up this thing, right? The roof of this thing. And clearly Secret Service saw them on one end and they started shooting, and then they were advised like 30 minutes before. This is the other piece of the news that law enforcement knew 30 minutes before the shooting that there was concerns about this young man, this 20-year-old. Law enforcement spotted Trump's shooter nearly 30 minutes before the shots fired. And these were affiliates that were reporting this. A lot of people were reporting this. So some of this is just not making sense. And some of you guys have said, like, Rabbit, why do you continue to, like, why are you reporting on this? Because these are news issues. That's what we do here. We report the news. I'm kind of side-eyeing anybody that's like telling me, why am I reporting on this? Because this is of public interest. This doesn't just affect, you know, one side of party. It affects everybody. Anybody that wants to, you know, practice their First Amendment and go to a rally, whichever side you land. Like, honestly, this is a huge thing. And then to even know that law enforcement knew 30 minutes before the shots were fired that something was up is very much concerning. This is what the article reads. The man who tried to assassinate former President Donald Trump on Saturday was spotted by law enforcement nearly 30 minutes before shots were fired. So the emergency services noticed a suspicious man on the roof near the rally at about 5:45 p.m., called it in, and took a picture of the person. Shots were fired at the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania at about after 6 p.m. So they were well aware. I think we should all be concerned. And now let me read some of your guys' comments, because some of you guys' comments, you guys left me some pretty interesting ones. And these were on previous videos about this topic. So let me read some of those, okay? There's a lot of things that can be ruled out. Secret Service are trained to do what they do. There's no way they overlooked the roof, which can only lead to the conclusion that it was either allowed or staged by them. We need to get that established before moving on to the rest of the story. It's equal to say, oops, I forgot to lay the foundation before I built your house. Totally ridiculous. Whichever side y'all land on, I'm just saying, like, this, it's a Secret Service, you guys. I feel like we get more security at concerts for these celebrities than for something like this. I don't know. Somebody else left me this comment on my Dallas Alexander video. Ex-military guy hit on everything that was bothering me about this mess. Also, my first time seeing the calm camera phone woman. Just a ton of mathing there. A lot of people are talking about that woman, and, you know, they were saying in my comments, like, you need to see the whole thing. You need to see the whole thing. Okay. All right, I'll go see the whole thing. Okay, I was just showing you guys a little bit of what was shown to me. Okay, here's somebody else that said there is complicity of the Secret Service. It is obvious he has time to make 3 steady shots and empty his magazine semi-automatically, and he is shot only at that moment. Except for the snipers who are stationed behind the podium, you have to identify the source of the shots. The water tower behind the line of the tree was much more likely estimated the angle and distance and fire. And all that in 7 to 8 seconds. It's unlikely they knew where to shoot beforehand. There has been some really interesting videos about the shooter, right? Crooks. And you can watch some of those videos online. Like, let me play a little one here.
6'4". I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis and 6'4". I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis.
A lot is coming out about him. And so I'm kind of looking at this man who did all this. How did he know where to shoot? Like, it sounds like he's got previous firearm stuff, but I go back to the Dallas Alexander video where he's like, no. He knew exactly. Somebody set it up.
And yesterday, what happened, I have no doubts in my mind that the shooter had help from somewhere within an agency, an organization, or the government. The second I saw that aerial photo of what they were saying happened, it immediately made no sense to me. You cannot, in broad daylight, get onto a rooftop within, it looked like maybe a couple hundred yards, if that. You can't get into that position with a gun when there's a president speaking. It cannot be done. It's not like, you don't even need to be a sniper to know that it's the most fucking obvious thing, an obvious place in the whole world. You could be a 7th grader.
That's what it looks like. And I don't know. I mean, that's what everybody is speculating. I'm waiting for the independent investigation to review it with you guys, but I'm just giving my opinion. None of this is making sense, and we have a lot of witnesses and a lot of statements. Regardless, you know, y'all be safe out there while you're attending these events. Stay safe, okay? Stay safe and do what you have to do, because it's just getting very scary. You can't go to movie theaters anymore. You can't go to events. You can't go to certain things to, live life. And it's just becoming scary. So that's just my thought on that. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, I'm still very congested, so I won't be going live, but I do miss y'all. Hit the like button. They do like to suppress our communication, conversation about this topic. So by hitting the like or dislike, it really does put the video out there so that YouTube, is nice to everyone. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Bye, guys.